Using Lockitron is actually really easy. All you need is an Android or iOS device and you'll be good to go. You set up the lock using the app and then everything should just generally work. Sometimes unfortunately it does not, but this is a kind of small company product that they're still working out some of the kinks for. So to unlock the door, which right now it's actually locked, I'm going to go into the app and I'm just going to swipe to the side. And as you can see, the door has been unlocked. If I go and I open the door, I can walk outside. As you may have noticed though, is that in the Lockitron app, it's showing my lock as being locked right now. That's not the case. The problem with that is if you go into the lock settings, it says when your door is turned clockwise, is your door locked or unlocked? When I set up the lock, I checked locked, and I went down to the bottom and hit save. Now it's going to sit on the screen for probably about 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds, and then it's going to show that it's being saved in there. But inevitably that's just going to switch back. That never actually gets updated on the Lockitron, and the status of the lock is always backwards. Is that really a bad thing? No, because Lockitron is aware of the problem, and just in general, it's nothing that really bothers me at this point because it's still kind of an early product, I guess you could say. So if I go back into the lock, as you can see, it's going to say that my door is locked. It's technically unlocked, so I guess this is the right status since it's still backwards. So if I want to go ahead and lock the door now, I just swipe. And the lock has gone offline, so give it a few seconds. There we go. So now the door is going to be locked itself, and it works. Generally, the lock tends to work. Over time, according to Lockitron, the lock should learn your usage habits and should adjust its on-off times as such. And over the past week or so that I've had Lockitron, that seems to be the case. The first day that I got it, it didn't exactly work. It would, if I knocked on the door, which actually wakes up the Lockitron, then it would work. So I'll go ahead and show you what that means. So I'm going to take the camera off of here and just walk it up to the door. So on the right side of Lockitron, you're going to see this flashing LED, and as you can see, it's flashing red, orange, and then green. Green means that it is actually connected to your Wi-Fi and can accept any kind of lock and unlock commands. Manually unlocking or unlocking Lockitron is actually really easy. It's just like turning a deadbolt. It just works. And actually, the other thing when you do that is that it will actually wake up your Lockitron. So now the door is unlocked, you can see. Unlock it again. It's really straightforward. It doesn't feel like you're pressing against any kind of motor or anything else. So it just generally works. Knocking on the door will also wake up the Lockitron. Obviously, it's been woken up already, so that's not going to demonstrate anything to you. And there's also, I believe, a Bluetooth button on the side here. I don't have an iOS device to test the Bluetooth with, unfortunately, but you might be able to look around and find videos that do show that working. On the side with this button too, you can also unlock and lock the door, just to kind of make sure when you set it up that the lock is working and can turn your deadbolt. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the faceplate of Lockitron, which is actually really easy. Just pull it off. It's relatively cheap plastic, but it feels sturdy enough that, you know, it kind of completes the look of Lockitron. I'm going to set that to the side. And this is what the inside of your Lockitron is going to look like. You have this kind of rubber piece here that goes over your deadbolt, which you can see is right here. You got your 4 AA batteries, your general build down here, and on the side you have your Wi-Fi antenna. So just in general, that's the inside of the Lockitron. It's really easy to set up because all you do, I'm not going to take it off to show you guys because there's a setup video out there, but all you do is you put this backplate on behind your deadbolt, you attach this piece, and you put the rubber grommet over your lock, and then it'll just work. So for those of you with NFC on your Android phones, you can actually make use of any NFC sticker, not just the one that comes with Lockitron. You can go into the app settings and you can program any NFC tag that accepts writing to it. So in order to use it, all you got to do is go up to the lock, press the tag, and the door is now locked because I just came out of it. So it's going to hang on the updating lock status screen. That's another issue with that pending status that I described earlier. But in general, it does actually work, and it relieves the process of having to go into the app to unlock the door. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that one more time. So you might be able to actually hear the lock unlocking, but the door is now open. Your Lockitron is going to come in a box that looks very reminiscent of what an Apple product might come in. And that's not saying that's a bad thing. That's actually really good. It has this very sturdy cardboard feel to it. You got like these glossy effects over the device, over some of the pictures on the back. And in general, most of the box is actually matte. So looking up close at the box, you can go ahead and pause if you want to read any of this stuff. Like here's the front. You can see that glossy effect. The side and the back. This back I think is going to be great for when and if they release inside of like a Best Buy or something else. You can see the glossy effect again on the back here on these two images. On the side and the bottom, some of you might be interested in seeing the includes on the bottom there, as well as your requirements and the App Store logos. Top of the box, and that's it. Inside the box, if I can get it open, it just kind of slides out there. So I'll go ahead and open it. Nothing in the top piece, obviously. As you can see, you just got this little box that I believe had the screwdriver in it. It says accessories on it. I'm not a big fan of the inside packaging. It feels really cheap compared to the outside of it, but I don't really care for packaging. I know some people do, but I don't. You got the box. I believe this had the plastic head of the Lockitron. On the bottom, you got your instruction manual. It says, let's get started. This held the back plate for Lockitron. On the back, it's kind of a nice touch. You get like fake signatures from everybody who worked on Lockitron, which is cool. And then inside that, you have, for some reason, a relatively small instruction manual for such a big piece of cardboard. And that's it. That's all that comes in the box. The only other problem that I have with Lockitron is in the app. The app itself tends to work 9 times out of 10. Some of the issues, which I believe might have a thing to do with the firmware on the unit, are the unlocked lock status for the actual thing itself. It never saves. It says that it does, but as you can see, it reverted back to unlocked from earlier. The cool thing that I do like about Lockitron is the setup NFC. You can use any NFC tag. You can peel off the old one, throw it away when you move, and then get a new NFC tag for your new apartment. The other problem is the activity doesn't even work. As you can see, I granted keys to some other people, and that worked. It shows that I did that, but it doesn't show any time that I unlock or lock the door. I'll go ahead and actually just do it right now to show you that it doesn't work. So the lock, as you can hear in the background, just went off. But nothing went into the log from me. And Amanda, listed on here, has actually unlocked and locked the door previously. So it's not just because I'm doing it. So, you know, it's not putting me in my own log. It doesn't put anyone in the log. The users work. You can add users from the app. And that works pretty well. Besides that, the app generally works. You can have on the side there, you can have multiple Lockitrons. As you can see, I had a virtual Lockitron before I got it. You can set up a new one from inside the menu, and you can also edit your account settings, which is pretty nice to be able to do almost everything that the web interface can do. So the other problem that I have with the Android app, I believe the iOS app supports it, is there's absolutely no notifications on the Android app. Maybe this is because of the lack of a log and some of the issues with Lockitron's firmware, but you don't get any notifications for anything. So if someone manually unlocks your door, you won't see a notification on Android for that. If someone uses the app, you won't see a notification. Or if someone knocks on the door, you won't get a notification. That was kind of the coolest feature of the notifications from iOS. And Android obviously supports notifications, so it makes no sense as to why they don't support it. Hopefully that is something that gets resolved soon, because I would like to make use of it, but I'm not going to dock at any points just because of such a small feature. So in the end, Lockitron is actually a really nice product. It does what it says it's supposed to do, and it delivers on that promise. Sure, there's issues, but there's issues with a lot of products. And for something coming from such a small company like Apogee, it's actually a really well-built and well-done product. The issues have been stated that they're going to resolve them, and for the most part, I can't complain too much. It just generally does everything I wanted it to do, and a lot of the features that I'm hoping for are going to be coming out very soon. So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. If not, be sure to check out any future videos or ask me to record some videos of Lockitron, and I will be more than happy to oblige. Also, feel free to check out the Google Plus community for Lockitron. There I'll be reporting some bugs, some issues, and answering any questions about the unit itself. And some of the developers seem to be paying attention to the community, so go check that out. It's moderated by me, so yeah, thanks.